Hi guys, welcome back. We're going to be talking today. As soon as I said that, my dog just jumped up. He was like, blah. We're going to be talking today about some and some more problems. So make sure that you've got your notebook out. I want you to go ahead and turn to the videos or the notes page, and you're going to be writing down some key things. That's why I want to make sure you have your notebook out. First, some and some more. Some and some more equals addition. Addition. Some went away. That equals subtraction. So make sure that you've written those things down for lesson 11, okay? We're going to take an example for, we're going to take some of these examples out of the book to do. So for number one, and if you're following along at home, again, second edition of Math 8-7, I'm on page 58. Example number one, at the end of the first day of camp, Marissa counted 47 mosquito bites. The next morning, she counted 114 mosquito bites. How many new bites did she get? So this is what I mean when I say some and some more, or some went away. She had some, which was 47, and then she had some more, which we don't know what that is. But at the end, she had 114. So she had some and some more, and that totaled up 114. When we don't know what something is, we use a variable, and we can pick whatever one we want. I'm going to use B for bites. B for bites. Now, guys, remember, just as our fact families, if we are adding in this direction, we can subtract in this direction. But I can tell you 114 minus B equals 47. That's not going to help us. So let's use that rule that allows us, the commutative property that allows us to flop these guys around. Add in this direction, subtract in that direction. We get 114 minus 47, minus 47. I'm going to make this a 0, make this a 14. 14 minus 7 is 7. Can't do 0, so I'm going to make this a 0 and make that a 10, which gives us 6. And then 0, and then we've got the 0, right? So that means that B equals 67. And sure enough, if we plug this back in, 67 plus 47 will give us 114. So it's basically taking these word problems and deciding, is it some and some more, or is it some went away? Okay, and once we find that pattern, it makes solving those problems a lot easier. Let's take a look at number 2. The first scout troop encamped in the ravine. The second scout troop of 137 scouts joined them, making a total of 312. How many scouts were in the first troop? Well, we have some in the first troop, and then we have some more in the second one. So some and some more, that means adding, right? So the first scout troop, right, and then we have some more, which is 137, gives us our total of 312. 312. Again, if we add in this direction, let's subtract in that direction. 312 minus 137. This is going to be 0. That's going to be 12. So 7, 3, 5. This guy goes to 2. This becomes 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. 2 minus 1 is 1. So S equals 175. That means, oh, and you know what? I didn't do this on the first one, but it's really important when we're dealing with word problems. You have to use a unit. And in this case, we're looking for, this is going to be scouts, would be the best way to say that. So 175 scouts were in the first group. Then 137 were in the second group, bringing it to a total of 312. So some and some more, or some went away. That's what we're looking for. So some went away. Let's try this. On page 60, there's example number 3. Tim baked 4 dozen cookies. While they were cooling, he went to answer the phone. When he came back, only 32 cookies remain. His dog was nearby, licking her chops. So are my dogs right here. Now I've totally lost. How many cookies did the dog eat? Well, Tim was answering the phone. Guys, this is important that we know that how many are in a dozen? 12. So 12 equals 1 dozen, because we start with this. And so Tim baked some cookies. Some went away in the dog's face, and then he had some left, all right? So this is a some went away problem, which means it's going to be subtracting. He baked 4 dozen cookies. First, we have to decide how much is 4 dozen. We take 12, we multiply it by 4, we get 8 and 4, right? So 48 cookies. So he made 48 cookies, then his dog took some away. 48 cookies minus the ones that his dog took away, and he had, when he came back, 32 cookies. So that's our setup. So that's some went away. So some and some went away. So if we subtract in this direction, we can add in this direction, right? That's gonna give us 32 plus D equals 48. That doesn't really help us, right? So let's do this. D plus 32 equals 48. If we add in this direction, we can subtract in this direction, and that will help us. 48 minus 32. So that's going to be 6 and 1. So we have 16 cookies. And again, because this is a word problem, you want to make sure to put down what the unit is, okay? All right, so number 4, the room was full of boxes when Sharon began. Then she shipped out 56 boxes. Only 88 boxes were left. How many boxes were in the room when Sharon began? Again, she had some, the room was full of boxes, and then she shipped some. So there were some boxes there, and then some of them went away. They got shipped. And then she had 88 boxes left. So she had some boxes and took away 56. She shipped those, and she had 88 left. If we subtract in that direction, we can add in this direction, and that helps us, right? We get 88 plus 56 equals B. Let's do the math here. That's going to be 14, and then 8 plus 1 is 9, plus 5 is 14. So 144 boxes. 144 boxes is what she had to start with. And that makes sense. 144 minus the 56 she shipped, you would get 88. All right, what I want you guys to do then is on page 61, go ahead and pause the video now and do those practice problems on page 61. And when you're ready, come on back. All right, so for A, Billy stood on the scales. Billy weighed 118 pounds. Then Nathan and Billy stood on the scales together. Together they weighed 230 pounds. How much did Nathan weigh? So we have some, and then we add some more to that, and we have a total. That's going to be an addition problem. So we have son, which is Billy, and then we add some more to that, but we don't know how much. That's just Nathan's weight. That's what we're trying to figure out. But total, they weigh 230. So if we add in this direction, we can subtract in this direction, but that's not going to help us. So let's swap that around. All right, so we get 230 minus 118 is going to give us, that's 2, that's 10, that's 2, that's 1, that's 1. 112. Nathan equals 112 pounds. Guys, when I was your age, I had a teacher that made us write a sentence for every word problem. I'm not going to make you do a sentence, but I want you to be very clear what your answer is. Not only do you have the units, but if you need to, you can put that in 112 pounds. That doesn't really tell me what you were solving for, but you can say Nathan weighed Nathan weighs 112 pounds. And I will tell you, I appreciate that my teacher did it. I hated it at the time. I didn't understand. But it became much more important later because by identifying, like having to write a sentence, I was having to identify what I needed to solve the problem. So it is actually helpful. So B, Tim cranked for a number of turns, then Dawn gave the crank 216 turns. If the total number was 400, how many turns did Tim give the crank? So we have some, and then Dawn did some more, and then we had a total. So this is some and some more, which is addition. So Tim cranked for a number of turns. We don't know. So addition plus Dawn's cranks, which were 216, equals 400. 400. Now we know if we add in this direction, we can subtract here. So it's going to be 400 minus 216. So we can't borrow from here. We can borrow from here. Make that a 3. That's a 10. Now we can borrow 9 and 10. So we get 4, 8, and 1. 100. Yeah. So Tim cranked 184 turns. I really do want you to write a sentence for these. I think that would be helpful. Just for right now. In fact, yeah, I think that would be a really good rule, and I'll reiterate that in class. I think that would be really helpful as you're learning your word problems. Mostly because a lot of kids hate word problems. They hate them. So I want to make it as easy as possible for you. At dawn, 254 horses were in the corral. Later that morning, Tex found the gate open and that only 126 remain. How many horses got away? So this helps us because it says it's some and then some went away problem. That's a subtraction. So we had some and then some went away, We don't know how many, but at the end we had 126. 126. Okay, so if we subtract in this direction, we can add in this direction. So that's 126 plus h equals 254. That doesn't really help us out too much. We want to swap these guys around. H plus 126 equals 256. 254. Sorry about that. So now we can do a subtraction. This minus this equals this. So 254 minus 126. So that's going to give us 14. So that's 4, 8. This is 2 and 1. 128 horses got away. 128 horses got away. All right, so for D. So for D, Cynthia had a lot of paper. After using 36 sheets for a report, only 164 sheets remain. How many sheets of paper did she have at first? So she had some, and then some went away because they went on to the report, right? And then she had a total. So she had some, let's call it P for paper. How about that? She had some, and then some went away, which was the 36, for a total of 164. Now, if we subtract in this direction, we can add in this direction. 164 plus 36 gives us P. So it's going to be 0, carry the 1. That's going to be another 0, carry the 1, 200. Cynthia started with 200 pieces of paper. Okay, so guys, that's it for those some and some more. It's allergy season and my face itches. I'm sorry, I keep like blah. But that's it. That's some and some more. And so if you have any questions on those, please let me know. Otherwise, I will see you in class. Thank you again.